Good afternoon. I am Renee Hutchins, and I am the Dean of the University of the District of Columbia's David A. Clarke School of Law. Welcome. Welcome to the Law School's Commencement 2021. Today, we honor and celebrate our 2021 law graduates. Thank you for joining us as we proceed with the Law School's first ever hybrid ceremony from the UDC Theater of the Arts. Although we would prefer to recognize and honor our graduates in a fully face-to-face celebration with all family and friends in attendance, we have taken every precaution to follow the science and ensure that we provide the safest environment for today's celebratory event. Welcome to all of you, both those at home and those with us today in the theater. Now, let us begin. Will the audience here and at home please rise and remain standing for the presentation of colors and the national anthem. Immediately following the national anthem, our graduates will turn and face the rear of the auditorium so that everyone has a chance to see each graduate's face for our virtual processional. Families at home, get your cameras and screenshots ready. Following the virtual processional, please remain standing for the invocation by Reverend Thomas L. Bowen. Reverend Bowen is the Earl L. Harrison Minister of Social Justice at the historic Shiloh Baptist Church here in the district. He is also the director of the Mayor's Office of Religious Affairs and is the perfect choice for a graduation ceremony for the district's public law school as DC's pastor. Now, the presentation of colors and the national anthem.
Colors, preset, on.
To Dean Hutchins, to Provost Potter, to you, the esteemed graduates, thank you for allowing me a ticket and a seat at this occasion. I think Provost Potter and graduates that you would agree with me that even though at a school across town, they named a new dean who will probably commute in from New York City, we still have the best dean in the city. Let us pray. O thou who is known by many names and answers to them all, you are not unknown to us. We are now on a first name basis. You know us and we know you. You are multilingual. For some here have called upon you using the language of hope and not just the words of prayer, and some have used some other choice words. We are not strangers. We have talked to you in the classroom and through the computer screen, outside the financial aid office and in the library, at night and before exams. It is evident today that you heard us and you answered, and we just have to say thank you. We give thanks for this journey, the journey that has taken us from I think I'll go to law school, to dream, to application, to acceptance, to enrollment, to graduation, and now to celebration. Take us now to the bar exam, to interview, to clerkship, to our first JOB, on our way to partner and Chief Justice. We thank you for the grading curve that is grace and mercy. We thank you for the lessons learned in the classroom and outside, in law journals and in morning journals, from seasoned television journalists and from children with camera phones who have the sense to know when something just ain't right. The most important lesson being that which this law school stands for, and that is that the law properly understood can be a tool of liberation and justice, from civil rights movements to the George Floyd lawyer who's central in righting the wrongs and curing injustices. We give thanks for those who have stood with our graduates who are now watching us via live stream and on the web, hey, who have stood with us not in judgment but in support. Thanks for those who loaned us Metro fare, for those who picked up and watched our children, for those who encouraged us on those rare occasions when we felt like giving up. Today we have law degrees in our hands, but oh thou, every day you have us in your hand. Be present with us throughout this exercise. In the name of the one whose number is one of the few that we know by heart, in that name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Reverend Bowen, for starting us off on a high note. Hello again. As the Dean of UDC Law, I have the profound privilege of leading the People's Law School, the law school of and for the nation's capital. UDC Law is a remarkably special place. It is the only public law school in the district. It is one of just 6 HBCU law schools in the country. We seek to nurture in our students the recognition that lawyers must work intentionally to create justice. With a clinical law program ranked number 6 in the nation, we are training the next generation of justice-minded lawyers. You will go out and change the world. Before introducing you to one such very special graduate, I would like to recognize my boss and the Chief Academic Officer for the university, Dr. Lawrence Potter, who joins us today and will confer your degrees. I want to thank you also, Reverend Bowen, my Morehouse brother, for being with us. I also want to recognize the faculty and staff who are here with us in person and watching from home. Your work every day, on the operations side and the academic sides of the house, helped us bring the UDC Law Class of 2021 to this moment. Thank you. You are brilliant scholars, mentors, advocates, teachers. It is inspiring to be among you. I also want to recognize all of the alumni and friends who are joining us virtually today to help us celebrate the graduates. Thank you. Finally, I want to recognize the class of 2021. I really cannot begin to express how tremendously proud I am of you. I say all the time that UDC Law students are my North Star. You are what guides me in leading this institution. It is your success that brings me such tremendous pride. This year has been a year like none other, but y'all did it. You looked the devilish adversities of disease, oppression, and Zoom in the face and said, "Not today, Satan, not today." Congratulations. I want you to relish all that you have done, all that you have overcome to stand fully in the pride of this moment. Today, we celebrate you. And without further ado, it is my great pleasure to now present the president of the Student Bar Association, a remarkable young woman, Nina Ego Uswala. You can sit. I'm sorry, y'all.
Thank you, Dean Hutchins. Good afternoon, Firebirds. Good afternoon, Firebirds. On behalf of the class of 2021, I would like to welcome family, friends, faculty, staff, and alumni to the University of the District of Columbia David A. Clarke School of Law commencement ceremony. I am honored and extremely excited to bask in this moment with you all as we celebrate the culmination of our 3, or in the case of evening and part-time students, 4 years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Despite the curveballs thrown at us, namely the COVID-19 pandemic, and our continuous fight for social justice, we did it. And for that, we deserve a round of applause. Although COVID may have slowed us down, it certainly did not stop us. For the last year and a half, I have watched you all do what needed to get done to be here today. Your tenacity to be present, engage, and contribute, even virtually, is inspiring. Law school is not an easy journey, but with you all, my classmates, my family, the journey has been worth it. What we have been able to accomplish during this time has been nothing short of amazing, and it is my hope that you all are just as proud as I am. Thank you to our phenomenal professors, administrators, who have poured into us during our legal education, and those who spent tireless amounts of time to make sure that we remain focused and on the path toward success. Thank you to our families who have supported us, prayed for us, and cheered us on throughout the years. It is your faith in what we aim to achieve that has kept our fires lit. We are forever grateful to you all. As we go out into the world and practice law, promote justice, and change lives, I know that all we have learned at UDC Law has prepared us and equipped us to face any challenge. I am confident that I'm standing in the midst of a formidable group of future attorneys, judges, politicians, change makers, and as Professor Lee would say, social justice warriors, whom the world is not ready for, but they better get prepared. I encourage you all to go out into the world fearless towards taking and passing the bar, fearless towards interviewing for job positions, fearless towards starting your new job, and fearless towards going after it is in life you want. Oprah Winfrey once said, you guys know I love quotes, every time you state what you want or believe, you're the first to hear it. It's a message to both you and others about what you think is possible. Don't put a ceiling on yourself. Class of 2021, Do not put a ceiling on yourself. Rather, break the ceilings others have created. Congratulations, and thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you, Nina, for those wonderful remarks. You are a genuine, I don't know where she went, a genuine exemplar of the best that the University of the District of Columbia has to offer. So for our next speaker, I am pleased to introduce a man who needs no introduction, Senator Cory Booker. As the junior senator from New Jersey, Senator Booker believes the American dream isn't real for anyone unless it is within reach for everyone. He has dedicated his life for fighting for those who have been left out, left behind, and left without a voice. Please turn your attention to the screen to view Senator Booker's convocation address to this year's UDC Law graduating class.
Hello, everyone. Dean Hutchins, faculty, staff, administrators, and a special shout out for the IT staff for allowing me to join you virtually today. I tell you, this has been a year like no other. And I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to join you, to celebrate the graduates of the class of 2021. Surely this is the class, if there's ever been one, a class of grit and guts and greatness. UDC Law School class of 2021, I want to wish you the best. I want you to know I am proud of you, I am excited for you, and I am thankful for you and all of those, and I know there were many, who made this day possible, from your families and support networks, from the faculty and staff, to everyone who worked so hard in the midst of a pandemic through personal pain and public challenge to make this day possible. I thought a lot about what to share with you, and if you don't mind, it'll be a story about me and coming out of law school. I had a mom that was, and is, great. She just said to me, son, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Do that. That was her challenge to me in my career. To take risks and be led by faith and not by fear. And so I moved here where I'm recording this. It's the Central Ward of Newark, New Jersey. I lived in some projects eventually, high-rise public housing projects, eventually at the top of this street. And I became a part of a community. I always say I got my BA from Stanford, but my PhD on the streets of Newark. You see, as a young lawyer coming out, my mom's idea of being led by faith and not fear, it was right, because I came to know that faith is like when you come to the end of all the light you know and you're about to step into the darkness of a new challenge, something difficult. That faith is knowing when you step out that you're either going to find solid ground underneath you or the universe will send you people who will teach you how to fly. And so in my early days of my career, I met some incredible mentors. And the one I wanted to share you about today is a man named Frank Hutchins. Now, Frank was one of the greatest tenant leaders, Newark, New Jersey, tenant organizers, the Newark, New Jersey has ever seen. He led the city's longest rent strike ever in the 1970s and won. And who he beat was the federal government. He beat the Public Housing Authority for their horrible conditions, got people back rent and better conditions. He was a legend. And when I met him, when we were trying to take on the slumlord that originally owned the buildings that I would eventually move into, I thought I would see this big guy, like larger than life, walk in, but a man of such humble stature walked in. And I still remember when we put together a strategy, we were going to file a suit against the slumlord, and we needed to get a testimony from all the tenants. We held a tenant meeting, and everybody showed up. And I was there to take notes and everything I needed for the complaint. And Frank sat at the front of the room with the tenant leader, Miss Virginia Jones, and a whole bunch of other sort of community-based dignitaries. And I'll never forget that every time a person came up to that microphone, Frank, who wasn't a great oratory specialist, he wasn't booming voice, but he looked at everybody and gave them the most valuable thing you could ever give somebody, is to pay attention to them. By the end of the night, I was fidgety. I mean, it had gone on for hours. I'm like, this is, I got everything I need. It's going on and on and on. And I'll never forget that everybody that came up seemed to speak at Frank as they were getting energy from him, and they were telling their story. Well, afterwards, I confess, I made a sort of an obnoxious comment about how long the meeting went. And I remember Frank stopping and looking at me and gently just telling me, he goes, "Cory, we're taking on a very powerful, wealthy man. And our goal here is to win justice for these tenant leaders. But in order to do that, to fix the buildings, we've got to help heal community. And a lot of those folks have never had a chance to really tell their story." I remember that conversation with him talking to me, that even though I was now this young lawyer and doing the technical work that I had to do, that human connection, that energy, that community, that healing, strengthening those bonds, that is true power. And Frank and I would go on. That slumlord eventually got convicted in federal court. I moved into those buildings. My career went on. He pushed me into politics. Him and some other tenant leaders decided that I would be their candidate to run for city council against a guy 40 years older than me. We upset the machine. I became a city council person. Eventually, thanks to Frank and others, I was elected mayor of the city. But during this time, Frank was getting older and his body was starting to wear out. Eventually, his eyesight went, and eventually, I was mayor of the city of Newark. And Frank now was in hospice. I would visit him, and my ego was the problem, because I couldn't understand why when I would visit him, sometimes nobody else would be there. And I'd be like, this is a man that's literally helped tens of thousands of people, generations in this city, have heat and hot water and the dignity of housing. This place should be crowded. But see, that was my ego, because Frank was about purpose, not popularity. He was about significance, not celebrity. He was about how many people he could show up for while he was alive, not how many people would show up for him when he was dead. I'll never forget the last time I saw him alive. He was in his bed, and I was going to see him, and I tell you, the public, the health professionals, they hug them, by the way, the hardest jobs. And they knew I was hurting. And they pulled me aside before I went in, and they told me he was very sick. He could no longer talk. He was without sight, but that he could hear me, and I should go in. But this would probably be the last time I saw him alive. And I remember walking into that room. And as I walked in, I said, "Frank, it's Cory." And Frank has a sense of humor, but now he showed superhuman strength. They told me he couldn't speak, but next thing I know, I see him laboring with his breath to force out the words. "I see you." I sat next to his bed, and I poured out my heart. I told him how much I loved him, and how much he meant to me, and how much he taught me, not just about housing and landlord-tenant law, but how much he taught me about life and people and love. And that's how I ended it. I was a mayor. I had to go. And I leaned over and I hugged him in his bed. I kissed him on the face and the forehead and cheek. And I said to him, "Frank, I love you." And as I'm getting up, Frank is working again, laboring to speak a second time. And he forces the words out. "I love you." And I left, and my mentor, my champion, died. Class of 2021, I am in awe of you already. You come to graduate during one of the most difficult years in American history to graduate. You have worked so hard, overcome so much. And I want you to know, in the words of one of my greatest mentors, I see you I love you. I see your glory and your greatness, and I love you. I see your potential and your promise and your possibility, and I love you. And I pray that as you go out into this world and work and labor and serve, that you never stop those two things: seeing people, loving people, affirming their dignity and their glory. And love, it's not sentimentality, it is not saccharine. Love is service. Love is sacrifice. Love is showing up again and again and again, no matter how much you're hurting or how much you're in pain or how much is going on in your life. It's about working through it all so that you in your life are not about celebrity or popularity, but you live a life of significance and purpose. And what greater purpose is there than the calling of humanity to love one another? Class of 2021, I see you, I love you, and I celebrate you, and I cherish you. Congratulations. I hope to see you, not virtually, in person in the future. And may we hug it out a little bit too. Take care. Congratulations.
Wow. Thank you, Senator Booker. Thank you. We will now hear from our day and evening program student speakers. Our day program student speaker is Stephanie Kamey. After her remarks, Ms. Kamey will introduce our evening program speaker, Ms. Tonae Jones. Welcome, Stephanie.
Hey everyone. Oh, I missed you guys. Buenas tardes. Primeramente quiero darle gracias a Dios, a mi papá, a mi hermano, a mi familia, a mi mamá, que dejó todo para venir a apoyarme en este sueño mío, y a mi hija, que me da la esperanza para seguir. Muchas gracias. I want to thank everybody who's here. I want to thank the amazing UDC faculty and staff, our professors that helped us get us here today, who didn't, shoo us away when we went crying to their offices. I'd like to thank our families who, in their own way, whatever their tactics, pushed us to be able to get us here today. And most importantly, I'd like to thank you all for your sleepless nights, for your commitment to excellence, for your honest arguments and your indulgence in mine. And I'm so blessed to have experienced your friendship throughout this journey. I congratulate you, and I celebrate your greatness. I want a round of applause for you guys, please. So as happy as I am to be here today, I must say that the laws that we've ingested and struggled together to learn to get here today made me sick. I had nightmares about the cases that we read, the very same laws that today we are vowing to uphold. And, during my time in law school, what I learned was that there's no readily available toolbox for dismantling the master's house. It doesn't exist, but we still must find a way. And despite the sleepless nights, the anxiety, the depression, labor for me, the morning sickness, and imposter syndrome, we got up every day. I got up every day because Trayvon Martin didn't. I came here all the way from Fresno, California, because I wanted to live out the life that they stole from Tamir and Breonna, that they stole from Adam and Micaiah, that they are stealing from Palestinian children, countless children at the border, and in our prisons across this country. Avenging those who were not afforded their fair day in court is the reason why I came to UDC. And though everybody has their different reasons, it's social justice why you all came to UDC too. Today, as we begin a new chapter, I hold each and every one of you accountable to act like you know who you are every time you open your mouth to speak. Every morning, every meeting, every memo, every argument, every trial, every negotiation, You act like you know who you are. Know who your ancestors are, please, wherever you go. Advocate for those who cannot do it for themselves, and advocate for yourselves. That's the hardest part. Challenge the laws even when the law itself says it's impossible. Understand the law, but live beyond it. See what it is, get past it to what should be. Don't let the privilege conferred in you in this degree stifle you, or make you conform to a life that's comfortable but not your calling. Use your privilege to persevere, defend, protect, uplift, and propel others. Because for so many people, justice in this country has not been invented. We must be the ones to design and define it. And we all must play our role, and we do that by showing up as our most authentic self wherever we go, no matter the consequences. Live in your truth, build and rely on communal agreements as we struggle for freedom together. That is how we will change the world. I am excited about all of the ways you will work towards abolishing the system that we have in place and creating those we've only dreamed of. And I know you'll do it with diligence, with brilliance, with discipline and discernment. Let's build one another up and stand in solidarity against oppressors who give us hell, and together create our heaven on earth. Congratulations, class of 2021. I will always hold a special place in my heart for every one of you. I love and admire you. Peace, love, power to you, power to the people. Free Palestine, Black Lives Matter, y sigue la lucha. Sorry about that. Now, I'd like to introduce the one and only Ms. Tone Jones.
I don't know how to follow that. That was tough. Amazing at the end of the day. Thank you, faculty, staff, administration, distinguished guests and speakers, and good afternoon, class of 2021. Congratulations to all of you. Individually, if I may, I would like to thank my parents, my grandparents, my siblings, and my adoptive parents, who are comprised of both professors, teachers, and deans, both years past and present. If it were not for you all, I would not be here today. Today, I would like to share my list of the top 10 things that no other school can offer. My list would be a little bit longer if I had more than 3 minutes to speak, but I think you will be convinced that you made the right choice in graduating from UDC Law when I am done. Number 1, no other school had our tribe, who stood by each other when a few students lost their loved ones over the years. Today, we honor you and we honor them. Number 2, no other school had Judge Lee to tell you that there is no better place to get Krispy Kreme donuts than South Carolina. Number 3, no other school has the flyest and best dressed dean who showed up and showed out time and time again at our events, even when a pandemic hit. Number 4, no other school has Professor Cohen to get the Wizard of Oz stuck in your head when eye-racking essay answers. Number 5, while this may only resonate with some of you, no other school had Professor Onya demolish their papers with purple ink, possibly making you some of the best writers that advocacy has seen. Number 6, no other school had the amazing Professor Lee to step in and step up to teach us property when our dear Professor Reuben Cook passed away last year. We would not have gotten through the rules against perpetuities without him. Number 7, no other school witnessed the amazing Dean Britton do handstands at the end of our Civil Procedure 2 course. Number 8, no other school had our Professor Frayden, who gave an amazing first semester civil procedure class, only to leave us for Civil Procedure 2. However, without that, we wouldn't have seen Dean Britton's handstands. Number 9, no other school had some amazing men and women who started as parents or who became parents over the last 4 years and showed us what being a super student really looks like, while also selling us Girl Scout cookies. Lastly, number 10, Pre-pandemic, no other school had sorrow happy hours after a brutal exam where we could all lean on each other and drink as much as tequila as we want. I could not have received the moments in these last 4 years anywhere else, nor would I have wanted to. Each and every one of you made UDC Law a better place, and I know that you will continue to do that out in the world. If you remember anything about your time here at UDC Law, remember that it made you smarter, remember that it made you stronger, and remember that it made you one of a kind and nothing can compare. Thank you for your time, and once again, congratulations to the class of 2021.
And now, we have the pleasure of announcing 3 students my classmates chose to honor through the Judge Pryor Legacy Award, the Edgar Kahn Community Service Award, and the Unsung Hero Award. Honorees should remain seated when their names are announced. Their photograph will appear on the center screen. The Judge Pryor Legacy Award is given to a student who, in keeping with the David A. Clarke School of Law's mission, demonstrates academic excellence, service to his or her community and student body, and has made a strong commitment to public service. The class of 2021 has elected Ms. Tone Jones. As the recipient of this award, throughout her legal academic career, Tone has been active in academic and student leadership positions throughout law school. She served as a teaching assistant for multiple professors in various legal courses, while serving as a vice president of the Student Bar Association this year. She also worked as a resident in the DC's Bar Inaugural Writers in Residence Program. Tone was recently published on the DC Bar's website and is a Racial Equity Fellow with the DC City Council's Director of Racial Equity Office. Additionally, Ms. Jones worked full-time for the federal government throughout law school. She currently works in the Department of Justice's Tax Division. Congratulations, Tone. I don't know, but.
Thank you, guys. That means a lot. Thank you, Ms. Kamey. So, now, the Edgar Kahn Community Service Award is awarded to a graduate. Let me take my mask off so y'all can hear me. Sorry. Is awarded to a graduate who has demonstrated an exemplary commitment to community service by providing outstanding leadership in his or her community in order to benefit others. This graduate's commitment is evidenced through the graduate's outside community service and/or clinical experience. The class of 2021 has selected Mr. Edward Farmer Jr. as the recipient of this award. Mr. Farmer has demonstrated his commitment to service through Vice President of last year's Student Bar Association and his current position as Director of Community Service for the Mid-Atlantic region of the National Black Law Students Association. Mr. Farmer also welcomed new and prospective students to our school through the Student Ambassador with the UDC Law Office of Admission. In addition to his service to students, Mr. Farmer completed internships with the Public Defender Service of DC and the United States District Court for the District of Maryland. Congratulations, EJ. Well deserved. Next, the Unsung Hero Award, which is awarded to a graduate who has worked tirelessly behind the scenes to improve the law school and surrounding community. This graduate is always helping others, but does not have an SBA leadership position. Despite their hard work, this graduate never seeks and rarely receives recognition for their kindness. The class of 2021 has selected Ms. Nayo Mori as recipient of this award. Exceedingly kind and humble, Ms. Mori came to UDC Law after a successful career consulting on occupational health and safety issues. Ms. Mori is an accomplished epidemiologist and holds a PhD in public health policy. She's maintained a consistently positive presence at the law school and is known for her resourceful and patient support to her fellow classmates as a writing mentor and research assistant. Graduates appreciate this unsung hero's pleasant demeanor and her caring influence. Ms. Mori has internship experience in the federal government's Department of Energy. Congratulations, Ms. Mori. And congratulations, Ms. Mori. And congratulations to all of our student awardees. You make us so proud. Let's please give them one last round of applause.
So in addition to the awards that are voted upon by the students, each year the administration recognizes some of the leading lights of the graduating class with Dean's Awards. The students selected this year are some, but by no means the only, representatives of excellence the law school has a claim to in our 2021 graduating class. So it pleases me greatly to declare their distinction as the 3 recipients of Dean's Cup Awards for scholarship, service, and practice. The recipient of the Dean's Cup Award for Scholarship is Adam Sadek. Throughout Adam's law school career, he consistently performed at the highest academic levels. Adam was on the moot court team and active in the Muslim Law Students Association. He completed 2 rigorous clinics and interned with the Attorney General for the District of Columbia and the National Association of Government Employees. Congratulations, Adam. Next, the recipient of the Dean's Cup Award for Service is Nina Ego Oswala. Nina has actively served this community throughout law school, including as the outgoing president of the Student Bar Association and the past president of the Black Law Students Association. In addition to mentoring newer UDC law students, Ms. Ego Oswala has worked for organizations as varied as the DC Housing Authority, NASDAQ, the DC Bar's Advice and Referral Clinic, Edge Investments, and more. Congratulations, Nina. The recipient of the Dean's Cup Award for Practice is Leo Santana. Leo is receiving a Dean's Cup Award for his work in 2 clinics in the law school's nationally ranked clinical law program. In the general practice clinic, he served as a student attorney for a legal services provider that represents domestic violence survivors. Leo volunteered to be the project manager of the research team, was the client's main point of contact, and maintained excellent working relationships with his clinical partners, his client, and his faculty supervisor. Leo demonstrated extraordinary leadership and lawyering skills in both clinics. He was eager to learn, receptive to feedback, and became accomplished in oral advocacy, written advocacy, legal political analysis, problem solving, and practice management. Congratulations, Leo. Finally, we have a last award to announce. It is the Richard H. Semsker Civil Rights Prize. The Richard H. Semsker Prize for Civil Rights Law goes to Nana Osei. An advocate for social justice while simultaneously excelling academically throughout his time at UDC Law, Nana very much deserves this award, whose namesake, the late Richard Semsker, was an extraordinary lawyer who successfully litigated hundreds of cases in the federal and state courts in the Washington metropolitan area. During his time with us, Nana has interned with a number of leading public sector organizations, including as the head law clerk for Judge Stephanie Sawyer of the 1st Judicial District of Philadelphia, the NAACP General Counsel's Office, and the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office, where he is heading after graduation. He also served as an editor on Law Review, competed on moot court, and held multiple student leadership roles. I am very pleased to note that the Semsker Prize is accompanied by a $1,000 award. Congratulations, Nana. My heartfelt congratulations to all of the awardees. Now let us turn back to the remarkable graduating class of 2021, and please join me in welcoming Associate Dean of Student Affairs, Tamara DeVue Adams, the woman without whom today's ceremony would not have been possible. Dean DeVue Adams will complete the reading of the graduates' names.
Good afternoon, class of 2021. It is my honor to be here today, celebrating this tremendous achievement with you and your loved ones across the world. Please remain seated as each name is called, but feel free to cheer and applaud in the theater and at home. Joseph Abe. Galina Mohammed Abdel Aziz. Daniel O. Alay Balagye. Ifedolapo A. Bamikole. Vanessa Bulk. Michael Brandon Campbell. Carly Rebecca Sirac. Anupam A. Chakrabarti. Montej Kaur Sheena. Natalia Maria Christian. Haley Michelle Colson. Emmanuel Michael Davies. Michael Dubois. Brianna Dick. Rudy Alana Easler. Nina Amanda Ego Oswala. Edward Lee Farmer, Jr. You've got to wave your own pom-pom. That is absolutely true. David Clayton Falcon. Jamal O. Gale. Bethlehem Ashabir Gubre. Ephraim Sayon Gibson. Joseph Isaiah Green. Pejme Guscott. Luke Brady Harmon. Christopher Hill. Sophia Njure Iwuagwu. Derek Anthony Johnson. Tone Jones. Stephanie Natalie Keme. Tyshawn Nikita Key. Khadijah Nadeem Khan. Alexandria Macedo. Jacqueline Mays Espinosa. Khadijah Marissa McDowell. Mary Elizabeth Morale. Naoyo Mori. Margaret S. Moss. Leslie L. Mullins. Nana Ya Adam Ose. James Diamond Pellin. David Leonard Penny. Sabrine M. Kadi Al-Tamimi. Adam Sadek. Leo Rafael Santana. Imelda Marta Sarnovietz. Anthony J. Skirbo. Fatima Sheikh. Dara Flora Shen. Sega Zudne Shifaro. Joseph Smith. Nebiat Solomon. Oksana Sultan. Tavia Sugarman. Eric Andrew Swanson. Robert V. Taylor. Nancy Sari Thatch. And finally, Jennifer Catherine Valdez.
Thank you, Adams. And now, we have come to the momentous occasion of the donning of the hoods. The size and degree of the degree hood and the width of the velvet represent the type of degree that you have earned. The doctoral hood is the largest, and the purple velvet inside the hood represents the Juris Doctor, the professional law degree. So it is with great pride that I ask our candidates for the Juris Doctor, both here and at home, to please rise. Take your hood in both hands and please turn to face the back of the theater. Graduates, don your hoods. Would the candidates For the degree of Juris Doctor, please turn around for the conferral of your degrees. Dr. Potter, I present to you the candidate for the Master of Laws degree and the candidates for the Juris Doctor degree. Each has been found by unanimous vote of the faculty of the David A. Clarke School of Law at the University of the District of Columbia to have satisfied all requirements needed for conferral of their respective degrees.
And now, it is time for the moment that you have all been waiting for, the conferral of your degrees. Chris Hill, who is joining us virtually, candidate for the Master of Laws degree at the University of the District of Columbia's David A. Clarke School of Law. Please rise where you are and remain standing. By the virtue of the authority vested in President Ronald Mason Jr., by the Board of Trustees of the University of the District of Columbia, and upon recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the Master of Laws degree with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Candidates, both here and at home, for the Juris Doctorate degree at the David A. Clarke School of Law, please remain standing. Graduates, by the virtue of the authority vested in President Ronald Mason Jr., by the Board of Trustees of the University of the District of Columbia, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the Juris Doctor degree from the University of the District of Columbia's David A. Clarke School of Law with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. A few words of wisdom. When you show up in the courtroom, on the scene, in the office, or in the firm, show up as you. Show up wholly you, representing all of you and covering every inch of ground that you stand on. Stand in justice, stand in righteousness, stand in unity. Congratulations, Firebirds, and make the University of the District of Columbia proud.
Graduates, congratulations again. You may now move your tassels from right to left. I cannot begin to express how very, very happy I am for you. You did not just survive the tremendous adversity that has been thrown your way, you thrived. You have witnessed a pandemic, a change in government, an insurrection, immigration strife, political unrest, and racial division, and still you rise. Welcome. Welcome to the family of UDC Law alumni. I hope you will remain engaged with us as you set off to do amazing things. Your success is and will always be our success. Now, due to COVID protocols, our recessional is going to be a little weird. So we are asking all graduates, to please, after the benediction, remain in your seats until your row is called. The podium will recess, but you will remain until your row is called, and then we will take pictures in the back of the auditorium. Congratulations, class of 2021. This has been a year like no other. I welcome you to the rank of Juris Doctor and the rank of Master of Laws, respectively, and I look forward later this summer to welcoming you to the bar. Congratulations again. I am so proud of you. And now Reverend Thomas Bowen for the benediction.
We need one of these in my church. And now as we come down from this mountaintop experience, amidst the shouts of hallelujahs and the popping of Dom Perignon, whatever that may be, let us go realizing that the world is yours. Zora Neale Hurston says, choose your oyster knife. And now go forth into the world in peace, seeking justice, fighting for it, and loving mercy. Be of good courage, you are firebirds. Hold fast that which is good. There's a bright side somewhere, and don't you dare stop until you find it. Strengthen the faint-hearted. They need great representation that comes only from UDC Law School. Support the weak. For the ones you pass going up the ladder are the same ones you pass going down. Help those who are afflicted by injustice and who say they cannot breathe. Help is now on the way. Honor everyone, because Cornel West says that love is what we see in the dark. Honor everyone and be true to this school's mantra: practice law, promote justice, change lives. In the name of whoever you call upon, even if that name is yourself, in that marvelous name we pray. Amen.
UDC Law Class of 2021. Today is your day, the day that we celebrate you. Congratulations.
A law degree is an opportunity to make a difference. Use it to the fullest potential. Congratulations.
Thanks for all you've done so far, and we'll be waiting to see just how you make your mark as you practice law, promote justice, and change lives.
I'm just so excited to see the work that each and every one of you will do to change the world. So cheers to celebrating this well-deserved and outstanding accomplishment.
This is not goodbye, because as warriors for justice, we are family with a forward legacy. Keep on keeping on.
You guys have endured and persevered, and I'm super proud of you guys. And trust and believe I wouldn't put on this goofy painter's cap for just anybody. So I'm sorry I can't be there with you, but good luck. Carry on, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
Law school's not easy in the best of times, and you got to navigate it through a pandemic. But you did. You showed amazing resilience and determination, and that just makes me all the more confident of your future successes.
Congratulations, class of 2021. Give me a U. U. Give me a D. D. Give me a C. C. What's that spell? UDC. Go Firebirds.
I'm so very proud of you. Many of you have been my students. I've enjoyed watching you transform from law student to lawyer. I can't wait to see how you use your law degree to serve others. Congratulations.
It has truly been my privilege and honor to watch you grow into your professional identities over the last few years, and I wish you the best of luck in the next step of your journey.
Congratulations, UDC Law 2021 graduates. It has been an immense honor and a privilege to work with you, and I cannot wait to see what you do next.
I'm wishing you much success, the graduating class of 2021. And I know you will do outstanding things as you continue your legal career.
We all know it's been a challenging year with the pandemic, with remote learning, with all the changes going on. But guess what? You've done it. You did well. You are a graduate of David A. Clarke School of Law. Keep striving hard and keep doing well. Congratulations.
You have overcome the biggest hurdle of any class ever. We are looking forward to all that you will accomplish when you graduate and expect really great things from you.
Obviously, this wasn't the law school experience that anyone could have envisioned it would be for you, but you did it and survived. And for that and your resiliency, I have confidence that you're going to do amazing things going forward.
Congratulations, class of 2021, for your hard work and your accomplishments. We are so very proud of you.
Now, may you go on to do what you came to UDC for. Practice law, promote justice, and change lives. And we wish you the best of luck.
The fact that you have succeeded in graduating from law school in the face of this multidimensional pandemic of racism and disease will give you the confidence and the stamina you need to succeed in whatever else you attempt.
I know this is not how you envisioned half of your law school careers going, but you have shown such grace under pressure. Please keep in touch and take care of yourselves.
Despite the challenges of the past year, you made it. Best wishes, go crush that bar exam and stay in touch. Well done.
I want to extend my congratulations to all of you on this wonderful accomplishment of obtaining your JD. I also want to let you know that my office is here to work with you not just as students, but as alumni as well. And I want to work with you to help you achieve your post-graduation career goals.
Congratulations, class of 2021. It's been a pleasure and an honor to work with you these past few years. I'm excited for you to join the profession, and I can't wait to see the wonderful things that you'll do next.
Congratulations, fellow UDC alumni. As you leave, remember to ensure that access to the courts is available for everyone regardless of their financial status. Fight to end systemic racism, fight for gender equity, and even fight for changing the financial trajectory of your families, but ensure you bring others along with you.
It has been a tremendous honor to be your professor. It has been a tremendous honor to work alongside you in the clinic, and I'm so excited to remain in touch. Please continue to do the work, continue to fight the good fight, and continue to uphold the banner of UDC Law School.
Congratulations. It has been an amazing experience working with many of you over the years. And I've learned along with you every step of the way, for which I thank you enormously. It has meant everything to me. So welcome to the legal profession. Stay safe, peace, success, and good health to each of you.